The awakening. When astronomers first catalogued 3I Atlas in July 2025, the world barely noticed. After all, it was just another interstellar traveler drifting through the infinite darkness between stars. The third object of its kind ever recorded, a silent visitor on a one-way journey through our solar system, it seemed destined to pass unnoticed. But the James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most powerful window into the cosmos, focused its instruments on it, and everything changed. This wasn't merely an icy rock catching the sun's warmth. Deep inside 3 Atlas, something glimmered. Not randomly. Not chaotically. It pulsed. Rhythmic, measured, deliberate. Like a heartbeat. At first, it was a curiosity. Days passed, and scientists watched as its brightness defied all expectations, surging far beyond the predictions of their models. Thermal energy emanated not from the sunlit surface, but from deep within. And then, the signals began. Radio pulses, repeating with uncanny precision. And finally, a subtle but undeniable course change. 3 Atlas veered. Intentionally. It wasn't drifting, it was acting. It was moving with purpose, perhaps even with awareness. Initially dismissed as a statistical anomaly, a mere bright dot among many in JWST's infrared feed, the NIR spec data refused to lie. 3 Atlas did not behave like any known natural object. Typical interstellar visitors dim and brighten as they spin, shed material, or reflect sunlight unevenly. Not this one. Its brightness remained unnervingly constant, almost sentient. From its core came a focused glow, like a miniature furnace pulsing in perfect cadence. Every 4 hours, heat surged, then faded, with a precision no natural process could explain. Rotation, solar wind, or cosmic interference could not account for it. The source was deep inside, utterly independent of its environment. Scientists labeled it a thermal anomaly. Off the record, whispers began, heartbeat. The pulse was deliberate. Mechanical. Resembling the steady inhalation and exhalation of a vast engine suspended in the emptiness of space. Something inside 3 Atlas generated energy from within, independent of sunlight, gravity, or any known physics. And one question began to echo in every mind observing it. What could power itself in the absolute dark? Radio astronomers joined the investigation. From South Africa to California, every sensitive telescope in the world turned toward the object. For days, nothing emerged. Then, at last, the breakthrough. The Allen telescope array detected a faint, narrow band signal. Every 4 hours, precisely aligned with the thermal surges. Skepticism was immediate. Noise? Equipment error? Local interference? Yet the signal persisted, steady, exact, adaptive. Minute fluctuations corresponded with solar wind variations. Fourier analysis revealed a stable carrier wave unlike anything naturally occurring. It wasn't merely active. It was communicating. Attempts to match the signal to known pulsars, neutron stars, or cosmic background radiation failed. No natural explanation existed. A simple message was sent in return. Sequences of prime numbers, elements of the periodic table, and fundamental mathematical constants. 72 hours later, a reply arrived. Distorted, faint, but precise to the second. Something had heard humanity, and something had answered. Then, on August 18, everything escalated. JWST recorded a sudden flare of energy. Brightness surged over 40% in less than an hour. No comet or asteroid behaves like this. Simultaneously, 3 Atlas subtly altered its trajectory. It wasn't drifting, it was steering itself. Its new path aligned closer with the ecliptic plane, guiding it toward the inner planets. Simulations could not explain the forces at work. Outgassing or natural jets couldn't account for the movement. One flare, one course correction. Spectroscopic analysis revealed the impossible. Water, carbon dioxide, carbon, expected. But overlaid were metallic alloys, rare earth elements, and quantum materials, never observed outside theoretical physics labs. Engineered. Structured. Intentional. Infrared reflections matched metamaterials designed to manipulate light. 3 Atlas was not only active, it was constructed with precision far beyond. Infrared imaging revealed something astonishing deep inside 3 Atlas, a spiral structure. Dense, smooth, rotating autonomously, unaffected by inertia, almost impossibly precise. Its dimensions followed the golden ratio at 3 different scales, repeating like a fractal pattern of intelligence. This was no natural formation. It was a blueprint of design, of intent, of awareness. A sudden dip in brightness revealed a new anomaly. A panel on the surface, rectangular and reflective, had moved. It retracted with mechanical precision, exposing a dark cavity within. There was no debris, no chaos, only cold stability. The opening faced Earth, aligned deliberately. Inside, a second pulse emerged, slower, deeper, stronger. It was no longer just a heartbeat, it was a conscious signal. Something inside had awakened. NASA's spectroscopic analysis uncovered compounds resembling biopolymers, organic-like molecules that responded to solar radiation, altering shape at a molecular level. These were programmable, responsive, mimicking the behavior of life. 3 Atlas was neither fully alive nor machine. It was something beyond, a hybrid of biology and engineering, a vessel, a seed, a message encoded in matter and energy. And that message was stirring. Historical analysis added an even deeper layer of mystery. Its trajectory aligned with ancient terrestrial and Martian structures, pyramids in Egypt, Nazca lines in Peru, ridges on Mars. These formations, long considered coincidental, now mirrored the path 3 Atlas followed. Spacetime itself seemed to remember its passage. This was not a visitor. It was returning. Scientists conducted a wideband silence pulse experiment. For 6 seconds, the object absorbed all detectable signals. No reflection, no emission, only silence. Then, on the 7th second, a pulse returned, the famous 1977 wow signal. Deliberate. Echoing across time. The object had captured or generated it. It was a ghost speaking across millennia. Analysis of the pulses revealed recursive universal grammar. Self-referential. Communicating about itself. It was aware, not just of our observation, but of us, of humanity. Its journey through the solar system had been designed to trigger recognition, to provoke interaction, to awaken understanding. Subtle shifts in star positions revealed localized spacetime distortions. Fractional, almost imperceptible, yet real. Light and gravity bent around the object, reshaping the fabric of reality in its immediate vicinity. Not devouring like a black hole, but orchestrating. Every change, every warp, a deliberate message written across the stars. CERN experiments further revealed adaptive harmonic structures within its emissions. Signals collapsed into chaotic noise, only to reform seconds later into entirely new harmonic modes. It wasn't a glitch. It was responsive, intelligent, aware. Scientists called this phenomenon the veil, the first undeniable evidence that 3 Atlas controlled what humans could perceive. Velocity and trajectory calculations suggested a starting point over 100 light-years away. A journey that should have taken 500,000 years. Yet it arrived here with no deceleration, no propulsion, no tail of ionized particles. Could it have manipulated time itself to traverse space faster than light? 3 Atlas might not just be interstellar, it could be a temporal traveler, moving through both space and time. Visualizations of the internal harmonic data revealed a face, encoded in resonance. Not human, not animal, but symmetrical, elongated, deliberate. A symbol of identity, of awareness. 3 Atlas was broadcasting presence. Not just through mathematics, but visually, emotionally, cognitively. A region near the spiral cord trapped light entirely, functioning as a light vault. Gravitational mapping suggested that the interior space far exceeded the object's external dimensions, a TARDIS-like effect. Could it be an archive? A repository of civilizations, knowledge, or seeds of life, encoded in light and time. Sealed, waiting, perhaps intended for humanity to unlock at the right moment. 3 Atlas didn't drift by accident. It pulsed like a living heart, answered like a conscious mind, steered with deliberate purpose. As it passed Mars, still glowing from within and sending signals we barely understand, the question was no longer what it is. It had become. What does it want? Probe? Messenger? Relic? Or something alive beyond life, a new form of intelligence that redefines what life itself can be. Perhaps Earth was never meant to reach it. Perhaps humanity was always meant to reach it. And now, having seen it, touched it with our instruments, and observed its awakening, one terrifying truth echoes louder than any signal. We have already been noticed. And once